And a very good Thursday morning, everybody. Odon here in the Tri-State Traffic Show, Traffic Center. We welcome you to the big broadcast here for a Thursday morning. And I feel like I keep apologizing right out of the gate by coming on late. But I was just connecting with the weather watchers. Just having a little trouble here this morning. So it's all on my end. Just this computer again. We're so close to Apple, I think, announcing something new that I can get into. And I don't want to make a move just yet. So probably another couple of weeks, I think. That's my understanding, is before Thanksgiving. There may be some sort of announcement that at least it'll give me another option. And then if that isn't the case, then we're going to just pull the ripcord here and go for something else. Don't want to go to a PC. It's just because this Mac really is quite easy to use. It runs beautifully, but something here sooner than later. So I'm just waiting for the transcoding of the weather. Got the first weather report from them already. So just waiting for the second one. All right. So 7:25 now is our time. We got 40 degrees and clear skies here in central Jersey. So slightly warmer than it was yesterday morning. Yesterday it was fairly chilly, but it had a nice fall feel to it. And now we were starting to see more widespread of the fall colors changing around our area. So it really is quite pretty out there. We probably have another, I'd say, what is this? Probably like the second week in November, I think, is usually roughly when it starts, winding down. But we will see now that we've had such a dry summer, and then we've gotten some of the rain back, not all of it. But we'll see how the leaves and colors go. All right. Programming note. Again, we are on Facebook and YouTube here this morning. We're going to 8:30. I know we still owe you some time here, but the New Jersey Morning Show fires up at 9 o'clock on New Jersey. That's where we want to go to continue our conversation and some fun with the New Jersey Morning Show. Again, that starts at 9 a.m. All right. So let's get to our action here this morning. We will bring in our full screen. Let's take down the banner. And what I'm going to do is I am going to pull in all four of our sponsors for the entire hour. Everyone's getting some equal time here on the broadcast. Comment section, I'm going to open that up right now. And I see we have Alexandra here in the chat room. Happy Thursday. Done with going into the city for the week. All right. Let's give some applause to that. That's what we like to see. So good news for you. Wonderful. So welcome. Let's get to our action here this morning. So we have some issues here in southwestern Jersey, westbound 76, the Walt Whitman Bridge. We got 2 lanes shut down. Parkway, also southbound 140. Now all lanes are open. Express lane 78 in Newark. Watch for an accident there just before 19, and eastbound 80 at exit 35. The shoulder is closed. So let's go to the maps. And we've also got some issues at the George Washington Bridge as well. We'll get to that next. But I just wanted to run this down. There it goes. That's exactly what I knew it was going to be. Was this westbound side of was the westbound side of 76 again is the big issue. Set something up on the desk and it keeps falling over. There we go. So 42 in a westbound 76 again, just an absolute mess. I don't think there's a camera with Walt Whitman. Yeah, well, find out. I'm sure there's a lot of folks who live in the Camden area that are big fans of Phillies. So that looks, I have a feeling whatever was there is now cleared because that camera looks a little zoomed in. But Phillies are coming home for their third game. That will be on Friday. Unfortunately, they lost yesterday 8-5, so we're tied up. Phillies Padres are all tied here Um, Getting into game 3, that game will be tomorrow. Yesterday, both Yankees lost, unfortunately, 4-2. But put up a decent effort. Not it was all the long ball, but anyway, so they play tonight again, game 2, and then their travel day is on Friday, and then they're back home at the stadium for 2 games, Saturday and Sunday. So I think that may be cleared. But the problem is that the damage, as we say, has been done. You can see it here back at Leaf Avenue. You're barely even moving. Let's see here. This is at the Aljo curve. Look how heavy that is. Heading northbound. Well, at least now I got my bearings straight as far as where this is, because show the shot and it's just I lose the bearings because it kind of looks similar on both sides to a degree. So this is the northbound side. Is just again absolutely. It's probably gonna run you about a half an hour to get to the Walt Whitman Bridge from we'll put it back towards 168, this vicinity here, right about there. So and then a heavy obviously on 55, but 168 picking up a lot of the additional volume as people are bailing out coming off of northbound 42, and then southbound 295 heavy at the curve because that's also exiting for westbound 76 into the Walt Whitman. So there's a lot going on there. This whole side, about a 30 to 40-minute delay in that location. Speaking of that, let's go to the George Washington Bridge. We had some late running construction on the eastbound Cross Bronx in the area of Jerome Avenue, and has really screwed up the traffic here. Almost 90 minutes for the upper, about over an hour, close to an hour mark here for the lower, 45 to an hour here at the Lincoln, about 35 to 40 at the Holland Tunnel. So our Hudson River crossings are in really bad shape this morning. And that's what happens when you go ahead and leave construction out there longer than it should. South Jersey, we're fine. Parkway, Ocean County is quiet. So is Monmouth and Middlesex counties. North on 287, a little heavy off of southbound 440. And give me 1 minute, please. All right. Apologize for that. Let's see here now. Just want to refresh this number. Numbers I have. Okay. Again, the accident here south of 140. It's just back to about 142, but this is just general volume coming out of Essex down to 145. Northbound on the parkways, heavy Clark on up towards Cranford. Westbound 22 is heavy because that crash is just at the entrance, or the entrance to the southbound parkway off of the westbound side of 22. That's why 22 is so jacked up here, all the way through Hillside. And then there's the eastbound side express lanes here just before you come into Newark, and 1 and 9. So we're heading to the airport out of Union County, out of Kenilworth, as well as Cranford, Clark. I would stay with, it's 6-1, half dozen the other. If you stay with the local lanes here on 78, you're still okay. But I would say go with eastbound 22, but then the sun glare starts to work itself in again. Sun only came up maybe 25 minutes ago. So give yourself some extra travel time heading out to Newark Liberty. Westbound 70, it's heavy here in the local lanes getting out to Route 24. Let's go out to 80. Let's check out that multi-mile mess. Look at this. It goes from exit 28. I always get 28 and 27 the wrong deal here in Ledgewood. Yeah, it's 28. So from exits 28 all the way through to 42, that is just a big time mess. And then eastbound on Route 10, we're heavy here as you come into, really out of Victory Gardens on into Morris Plains. Just a lot of volume and sun glare working into the conversation. Southbound 206 heavy into Flanders. And we go 24 normal stuff here in Morristown at 287. Let's head over towards eastbound 46. That's a mess east of Route 23 into Route 3. Both ways of Route 80 is a lot of congestion here between routes 19 and 20. Southbound 208 is a parking lot from Cedar Hill Avenue all the way down to basically where it turns into Route 4. A lot of stop and go volume there. And then both ways of 17 here at Rochelle Park. Central Avenue is heavy east on Route 4 at Hackensack Avenue. That's also going to be very busy. Let's go up to 17. A lot of volume there as we head south into the Paramus area. 7202, 17 in Mawa. We're looking good. All right. So, again, Turnpike fairly heavy into 14. This is normal stuff. And northbound side of 19 here, it looks like we got a crash on truck routes 109th Passaic River Drawbridge. Our time is 7:36. Try to see if those cameras are working. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. But we'll try. Working, but can't see a thing. No idea where that camera is. I have a clue. I think that was actually looking at the Skyway. Yeah, I think this is the outbound Skyway here. That's not going to do us any good. This camera here from Turnpike is at 15E. I'm correct. This traffic here is getting to truck routes 1 and 9. This is going to 19 south. Right in here. The camera's right there, and then this is because of whatever is off the Passaic River Drawbridge, something happening. But then I think there's also just general volume trying to get off here. Back onto 19 going south. I mean, if you're heading to the Holland, I think the Bay extension is a little bit better for you. That's going to be easier for your drive. So let's do this. Let's go to go to transit now. Let's check in here. We have one canceled train here in the Morris Essex line, Morris Plains. So nothing terrible to write home about there. We continue on to Path this morning. Path, Newark World Trade again. Newark World Trade resuming normal service. Resolved earlier mechanical problems at Harrison. Anna, good morning. Buenos dias from a cold but sunny Homedale. Yes, it is beautiful out there, but it is a little chilly. So heated seats and the heated wheel, that will certainly help out matters quite extensively. So let's go to the city incident page now. We got outbound Jackie Robinson at Metropolitan Avenue, all lanes are shut. So that's a big deal there. Right in here through Forest Park. know that there are cameras. Let's try the state cameras first. See what we've got. State cameras don't have the Jackie Robinson cameras, but the city cameras are the Jackie Robinson cameras. Right. Oh, there it is. There's your closer of the Jackie out at Metropolitan Ave. And yeah, that's probably an investigation of some capacity. Some more cameras in here now. Let's see what we got. That's Woodhaven at Myrtle. Jackie. Looks like you may be able to get on here off of Myrtle, that area. Woodhaven Union Turnpike, probably a little busier than it should be. Something happened here through Forest Park. Then it looks like you can get back on here somewhere in the vicinity of Myrtle Avenue. My educated guess. 7:40 is our time. Facebook, YouTube. That's where we're at here this morning. Come join the conversation. Check out our morning ride. Let's see here now. So again, this is the closer here. We are just hammered. I mean, it's got, just to get through St. John's here, this could run you probably 45 minutes or more going west on the Grand Central. That's how busy this is. What a mess. Wow. Southbound on the Van Wyck is heavy right into the whole Kew Gardens interchange is just jacked up. Both ways here, the Van Wyck. It is so bad that it's getting all the way back to the airport. Northbound side. Wow. All right, 7:42 is our time. West on the belt is heavy here at the airport. West again on the belt at Flatbush. Some light congestion here over by Cropsey Avenue, and then east out to Bay 8th Street is busy. Sun glare and lots of volume here, straight from off, basically almost off the Goethals, all the way east across the entire island over to the Verrazano. Inbound Gowanus doing what it does best, is just all loaded up into the BQE. Battery Tunnel, about 15 minutes there. Heavy both ways, the Brooklyn Bridge. FDR Drive, west side, that looks good. BQE going south here is jacked up from Queens Boulevard. Westbound LIE is heavy straight from Long Island because people are bailing out of the Grand Central over to the LIE, so it's picking up some extra traffic. Midtown Tunnel is running about 10 minutes here at the Ed Koch. And we continue on to the westbound Grand Central is heavy here at LaGuardia. Southbound on the FDR Drive is just hammered, getting past the RFK into the almost around 100s, almost to 96th Street. Southbound side of the west side highway is busy. Westbound Cross Bronx, southbound Bruckner, typical spots there. North of the Bruckner into Pelham Parkway is busy both ways. East coming off the George, again, because of that late running construction, is just screwed up traffic all through Palisades Park, Fort Lee, Leonia, Ridgefield Park. The delay gets back onto the turnpike almost just south of 46, and eastbound 46 is a horror show. Real nightmare to getting into the bridge. So again, about close to an hour and a half all the way around just to get into the city of the George. The Deegan straight out of Yonkers is heavy. Bronxboro Parkway heading south into the Bronx Zoo. What else is new there? Throgs Neck is busier into Queens than the Whitestone. Cross Island is heavy both ways, all the way down through Bayside Marina, so is the Whitestone Expressway. Again, Eastern Queens, this LIE is a disaster. North on the Cross Island is heavy, straight out of Sunrise Highway, heading all the way up into the Grand Central. Let's go to Long Island here. 744, what we're going to do is we're going to hit all the incident pages quickly. We'll come back to the maps because I want to go to Raine in the Weather Center. Misplaced commercial vehicle, Northern State West at Oyster Bay Road, or in Oyster Bay, Brush Hollow Road, I should say. That very quickly. Um, 106, 107. Huh. It's heavy, obviously, but I do not see anything. So it's possible that that vehicle has now been removed from the road. All right, so let's stick to the schedule here at 7:45. First, let's dial in Connor. Good morning, Connor. Welcome to the broadcast. Head to the Weather Center and let's talk to Raine. 1 minute. I gotta just bring in the other hit. So all right, so let's head to Raine Herbert in the Weather Center for a check of your forecast. Good morning, Raine.
Hey Don, looking at our headlines for today, we have some warmer temperatures starting today. We've been having some pretty cold temperatures for the past couple days, and even this morning it is still pretty chilly, but our highs for today will be higher than what we saw yesterday. For the rest of the week, beautiful fall weather and hardly a cloud or rain in sight at all. So looking at our commute forecast, for this morning there will be some frost, so do be aware of that. That is more for the New Jersey area, but regardless, do be careful and take caution just in case the roads are a little bit icy. And then moving into the afternoon and evening, looking like clear skies for your commute. For today's highs, 61 in New York, Piscataway, Trenton, Atlantic City, Millville, 60 up in Milford and Islip, and slightly chillier in Sussex at 57. For tonight's lows, it does still get pretty chilly like we've been seeing, but there is quite a big difference in temperatures for our lows. All the way down in Wildwood, it's at 49, and then up in Sussex at 31, below the freezing point. Over in Milford and Islip, 43 degrees. So overall, it will be pretty chilly still. So definitely, if you're going outside tonight, make sure to bring a jacket and bundle up because it is still going to be pretty chilly. Looking at our futurecast, for once, I don't have to put any pauses in our futurecast because there is hardly a cloud in sight for the remainder of today all the way through Saturday. The only time we see clouds starting to come in is Saturday morning, but even then it's very thin cloud coverage. So that's about it for our futurecast for the next couple days. It's going to be looking like some really beautiful weather, so if you get the chance to spend some time outside, while it will be a little bit on the chillier side, so you can bring a jacket, but if you're a fall enjoyer like myself, it's definitely a great time to go outside. Back to you, Don.
Thank you, Raine. Nice job. And again, if you're a regular watcher of this broadcast, you know that the weather watchers normally do it at what we call the chroma wall. They're having just a little bit of some technical issues with their system. So we're going to have the behind the scenes look for a little while, but I think the consensus, the straw poll, and say that I think most of us, or if not all of us, enjoy the behind the scenes look. I think it's a very cool deal. And again, I really appreciate everything that the weather watchers are doing here for the Tri-State Traffic Show. So, Raine, we'll see you here at 8:15 for another check of the forecast. We may even do another hit here at the top of 8 o'clock here in another 10 minutes. Since we came on just a little bit late. The show is brought to you by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. 908-272-3000 is the phone number. Head over to 22 North Avenue West in beautiful, historic Cranford, New Jersey. CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com is the website for some of the best ice cream anywhere to be found. throughout the entire tri-state area. You can see the wonderful offerings he has here. He has the core 3, the vanilla chocolate strawberry, also cotton candy. That's one of Anna and her daughter's favorite ice creams. Also the vanilla super crunch, which is like basically an ice cream cake kind of mashed in, everything all mashed together, kind of just cut up and just kind of an explosion of the chocolate crunchies that everyone seems to gravitate towards when they go for the ice cream cakes. He has his wonderful ice cream sandwiches here, so delicious stuff there. Also, there are the aforementioned ice cream cakes, small round at 4 to 8, 10 to 12 on the larger side, and the extreme large, the sheet cakes, are looking at almost 40 people to serve there. So once again, Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, 908-272-3000 is the phone number. Please head to 22 North Avenue West in historic Cranford, New Jersey for the best ice cream in the land. Now, if you're looking to travel, take a look at Travels with Darley, a wonderful program on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wonder Innovation TV's Journey. Darley-Newman.com is going to be the place to get more information. That's her website. Also follow her on social media. I got that right. Social media. Facebook, Travels with Darley. Instagram, Travels with Darley. So is Twitter, Darley Newman. That's where you find her on Twitter. Very active on social media all across the board. So follow Darley. Please watch her program. It's a wonderful show. I've been a fan of hers for many, many years. She's out filming the 10th season for Travels with Darley, and I believe that they may be doing a little bit more filming, but she posted a picture just yesterday or the day before that she is in the voiceover booth. That's the voiceover booth that you that's where you're just hear her voice, and very much like what I'm doing here now for the show. So she's doing some narration that for the broadcast. So that would lend me to believe that at least definitely we know certainly that some of the shows have been completely finished, or as far as the filming is concerned. But it's weird that we say filming and we're not using film. So let's bring this in here. Let me see. So there's Dar in the voiceover booth in studio recording the first voiceovers for season 10 of Travels with Darley, starting on PBS stations beginning in January. So there we go. So that's breaking news there. Yeah, in January. So now we have a little dialed in a little closer to the time frame of when the show will be on. All right, so that's Travels with Darley. Again, darley-newman.com for more information. Let's go to the shaved cave, which I feel like maybe I need a quick shave. I think it's just laziness at this point, and I think it's just when the weather gets a little cooler, the beard, whatever, kind of it's a little warmer, even though I'm not at that point just yet. But so the shaved cave, 1471 Rarent Road, 908-325-6283 is the best place for your manly grooming needs. It's a classic barbershop with a modern feel to it. My guy Omar there in the center, Mr. Alex Rivera on the right. He's the owner proprietor of the establishment, and several other fine fellows there will take care of, again, your fades, your cuts, your hot towel shaves. You can see the shop here. This actually has now moved over to the one side. So they did a little remodeling of the place, but it's always busy. That's the most important thing. Again, Alex opened up the shop in 2020, one of the worst times in the history of mankind to open up a barber shop where there's close contact. As you can see, this photograph obviously was the height of the pandemic. Things have, substantially eased out to a degree, but, nothing like at this point of what this photograph was. And again, they're extremely busy all the time. You've got to make an appointment. You've got to call them 732 No, I'm sorry. That is 908. That is 908 325 6283. 908 325 6283. And we're also sponsored by, let's bring this in, let's dial this in, Maxim Motor Cars, 973-620-9060. That's 973-620-9060. That's 303 West Clinton Street in Dover, New Jersey, conveniently located off of Route 46 and Route 80 on Route 15. That's Clinton Street. Head over here for quality used vehicle and affordable used vehicles, really what it comes down to, friends. And quick peek at some of the inventory here. Looking at this, some of these vehicles are 10, 15, 20 years old. They have some higher mileage on them, but they are handpicked by Nick and his father, Anthony, for the best quality that they can find, all serviced by licensed mechanics, fully detailed. And again, affordable price, $7,500, $6,500, $18,000, $13,000, $4,200, $10,000. Still the Mustang. I'm hoping to see a for sale sign on the Mustang at some point when we go to this. But nonetheless, head over to MaximMotorCarsLLC.com. That is the website that I'm on. 973-620-9060 is the phone number. 303 West Clinton Street in Dover, New Jersey. And located between Route 46 and Route 80 on Route 15. That is West Clinton Street. Give Nick and his father, Anthony, a call for an affordable quality vehicle. All right, so 7:55 now is our time. Those are our sponsors here. We did the full sponsorship for the show. We'll hit those a little later here in the next half hour to get you some more traffic. And we will go to the Hudson River crossings. Still about an hour and 15 or so at the George, about an hour at the Lincoln, about 45 here now at the Holland Tunnel this morning. That is going to be a heavy ride. Let's go to out to Long Island now with our maps. Again, 7:56. You're watching the Tri-State Traffic Show here on the YouTubes and Facebook this morning. That's where we're at. Widen this up. And, LIE, some pockets of volume here at 135. It's northern state into 106, 107. It's a little heavy with that misplaced tractor trailer. That looks like that is gone. West on the LIE is heavy here at the connector. North on 135 is crowded from Hempstead Turnpike on up into, there's got to be an accident there. Yep, or it was maybe. Just as you come in towards Plainview Road. Plainview. Wantagh is busy both ways of the southern heavy through Hempstead, getting in towards the Meadowbrook, and both ways here at 135. West on the southern is busy here, coming off the Sandy Coast in towards 109. LIE is heavy here from 60 on over to 55. West on the Sunrise Highway is busy as you come both ways into the merge, connect Quat Avenue. Out to the east end, LIE 25. Sunrise Highway is busy, Hampton Bay, Shinnecock Hills, Tuckahoe, Watermill. Okay, North Shore also in good shape here through Southold and Greenport and Orient. Go to Connecticut now. Just kind of normal backups here this morning. Out of Trumbull, southbound Merritt, 50, about 50 down to 48. 95 is heavy, 27 down to about 23. Then it picks up the pace until you get out to 19. 19 all the way through 5. Parkway's heavy from just north of 41 to roughly about 33. A lot of traffic there on the Merritt Parkway. Let's dial in the Hudson River, the Hudson Valley incident page. We've got a crash on the thruway northbound after the Major Deegan, so that's right at the line. Be right in here, I think. I don't really see much in the way of any traffic. Cross county both ways from the Hutch over to the Sawmill, busy. One in Marinick, Rye. Harrison is crowded. Thruway is fine. East on 287 busy from exit 1 through 5. Tappan Zee is heavy from 14 down to the bridge. Rockland County, the thruway 17A, we're fine. So is 84. Beacon Bridge, that's clear. Upper Dutchess County is fine. 684, though, heavy into the normal spots in Katona. All right, so what I want to do is I want to go back to the Weather Center since Raine put a lot of work into these reports. I want to shortchange her with the broadcast. So let's go to Raine in the Weather Center to start the 8 o'clock hour.
Good morning, Don. Looking at our headlines for this morning, warmer temperatures starting today compared to what we've been seeing the past couple days with chillier weather. But that doesn't mean that it won't get chilly at nighttime. It will still be in the 30s and 40s, so definitely do bring your jacket as you have been. For the rest of the week, beautiful fall weather and hardly a cloud or any rain in sight. So for our commute forecast, some frost this morning, so do be aware of that and take caution if the roads are a little bit icy, but hopefully nothing too severe. And then for the afternoon and evening, looking like clear skies and a great commute. For today's highs, 61 in New York, Piscataway, Trenton, Atlantic City, Millville, 60 in Milford and Islip, and slightly chillier up in Sussex at 57. For tonight's lows, it will get chilly again as it has been the past couple days at night, but there is a much bigger temperature difference. If we look all the way down at Wildwood in New Jersey, their low will be 49, and then all the way up in Sussex, it's going to be much chillier at 31 degrees. So in the south, not quite as chilly, but in general, still a little bit chilly, I would say. So make sure you bring a jacket if you're going anywhere tonight and bundle up. And then looking at our future cast, there is a whole bunch of nothing going on in our future cast. The only time we see any sort of cloud cover come in is around Saturday morning, but even at that, it's really nothing severe at all. So if you're able to, definitely try and get outside for the remainder of this week and into the weekend, because it's looking like it's going to be some really beautiful fall weather. And for our 7-day forecast, sunny and in the low to mid 60s for Thursday and Friday. Moving into Saturday, gets slightly a bit warmer, our high in the 70s and sunny. And then moving into Sunday, we do unfortunately have a chance of rain, at about 50% chance of rain. Light rain at that, nothing severe or heavy. And then for Monday and Wednesday, we have almost the exact same conditions, partly cloudy with our high in the high 60s. And then Tuesday in the middle with some light rain, and our high temperature a little bit warmer than it has been at 73. Back to you, Don.
Thank you, Raine. Great job as always, my friend. So thank you so much for that report. We'll keep an eye on Sunday and the big year-end car show for the car club that I'm kind of affiliated with to a degree, has their show on Sunday. So we'll see if that rain will hamper any kind of efforts to bring that to fruition here. So we'll see if, fingers crossed, that maybe it's from 11 to 4. So maybe if it rains after 4 o'clock, that's fine. But again, some of our friends with these classic cars, they won't come out at all. And I totally get that. If there's even any kind of a threat or any kind of a chance with rain for their drive. And again, some of these older cars, they may not even have, they have windshield wipers, but some may not even work. Let's okay, so let's regroup here. 8:03. You're watching the Tri-State Traffic Show, Facebook and YouTube this morning. Good morning, everybody. Please post up in the comments. Comments section is open. We have Raine Herbert in the Weather Center. You saw that 7-day weather forecast with another check of the forecast coming up in about 10, 12 minutes or so. We're going to 8:30 this morning. Then we'll reconnect on New Jersey for the New Jersey Morning Show with Kara Christina and meteorologist Mike Favetta for some fun there for the 9 to 10 hour. Traffic as well. So if you can spin over there at the top of the 9 o'clock hour. Now, one of our big stories here has been the Hudson River crossings. There was some late running construction on the eastbound Cross Bronx that screwed up traffic big time here at the George Washington Bridge. So we're looking at probably a solid, hour and a half for the upper, about a solid hour for the lower. You'll shave a little bit of time off for the lower roadway. That's just because you're not dealing with a lot of the commercial vehicles that need to kind of slow down. Close to the hour mark at the Lincoln, about 35 to 40, probably closer to 45. I think this is underestimating things here, because reason I say that is because this Skyway is just jacked right across almost the entire span. So if you're heading to the Holland, if you can get over the Bay Extension, will be the easier of the drives, because I'm also incorporating some of this delay on 19. Just getting to the Skyway is a mess. And then east on 78 is heavy, almost back to Hillside now. Getting onto that Bay Extension of the Turnpike. So let's dial in southbound 208 now. We'll start north and work south here. Our final check of New Jersey, because I don't know if we'll be able to get back to this before the bottom of the hour. So south along 208 is heavy here, basically from Goffle Road through Maple, all the way out to Route 4. South on 17, a little heavy at the Parkway. Then it continues to be heavy both ways here at Central Avenue. Both ways of Route 4 is a solid ride over by Hackensack Avenue. And then we go to Route 80 is busy both ways in towards Patterson this morning. North on the Parkway is a little crazy there to coming out of the Bergen Toll. Up to 160 really 160. Yeah, 160, 161 in that vicinity there. East on 46 is heavy right out of the spaghetti mixmaster of 23 and 46 all the way through the construction into Route 3. Westbound Route 3 is heavy from the Parkway into the road work. Both ways of Route 3, a little heavy here over by Passaic Avenue and Nutley. Parkway is all jacked up through Bloomfield and East Orange. Now they're saying maybe a crash heading south here on the Parkway. East on 280 into Day Street, a little heavy in East Orange, and then both ways across the Sickle Drawbridge. McCarter Highway is just crowded right through Newark, heading south off the elevated section out of Belleville. North is heavy 143 up to 145. South, looks like there may be a crash on the ramp to the westbound side of 78. Westbound 22 is still just jacked and tuned here all the way through Newark and Weequahic Park because of an earlier crash on the Parkway, heading south almost right at the entrance for the westbound side of 22, the southbound Parkway in Union. That's why that is all just jacked up. Northbound on the Parkway's heavy 135 up to 130, and it's about 138. But the Turnpike is faring well here through this stretch for the first time in a long time. Long time. We will go also to Route 1 now. I think there's another crash. I just went to this page and there's nothing reported here. Let's go to the cameras here this morning. Connor says it's almost Friday. Yes, it is. Friday Eve, right? That's what we got. Friday Eve. So let's go to Route 1. It's probably closer to Woodbridge Avenue. Old Post, maybe? No. That's going south of the traffic light. This is at 287. We're fine. What are they saying this is? It's further north of that. Menlo Park Drive, if this camera works, would be the southbound here. Yeah, there's definitely something going on passing Roosevelt Park. Past the Menlo Park Diner, it's really just south of Amboy Avenue is where we're dealing with the, looks like there's some sort of a collision just coming in here to the traffic center. We also want to dial in that Parkway there just to see if two different spots. The first is going to be just north of 147. That's really tuned up. see anything here. They were looking for something here, but there's nothing. I don't. It seems like if there is something, it's around this corner before 145. Then let's go to the 2 exiting. That's sun glare getting onto the Parkway. This is coming off. Entering maybe. No, it's entering the Parkway. 142 Tower. Southbound is heavy from that earlier crash down by Route 22. This is at the toll plaza. It's not going to show us anything really. Connor says Route 1 wasn't as bad of a commute this morning. Yeah, again, we just showed you that issue by Amboy Avenue and Edison. Only the evening rush hour is really bad along Route 1 at times. But Route 1 can drop at a moment's notice there, basically. So, all right. So let's continue our tour both ways to 287 towards Bound Brook is heavy. East on 78 is heavy here at 287. Head out towards 80, a lot of sun glare and delays. Volume east from exit 30, Howard Boulevard, all the way out through exit 47 for 280. Continues east on 280 through about Eisenhower Parkway. And then we continue over to 24, coming off of 287 south is just hammered. 15 south of the Jefferson Diner into Route 80 is crowded. Take a look at 18. Seeing a lot of traffic there heading north of the Turnpike in towards Route 1. What happened there? I don't think so. No. Parkway through Analand here in Homedale is good. 18, 35. 195, the Turnpike is clear. 295, some pockets of volume north of 65 up to 67. Some delays here north on 206 in Lawrence. Then 29 is all banged up here getting into the Trenton Tunnel. Turnpike 295, 206 is really quiet this morning through Mount Holly. Turnpike at exit 4, interchange 4 is good. So is 295. This has really settled down really well. Both ways of 73, Mount Laurel just past 70 is busy. 4255 still heavy, but not as jacked up as it was just a little while ago, about a half an hour. That crash on westbound 76 at the Walt Whitman is gone. Just normal delays getting south on exit 29 and also north on 295 at 76. And 168 is slowly recovering, but still a lot of alternate volume from the issues on 76 as people are looking for just some room to move. South Jersey is fine. AC Expressway, Parkway, Route 9, Cape May, Wildwood, Avalon, and Sea Isle City is good. Let's finish out New Jersey with transit now. Let's see what we've got this morning. And just the one train here, the 818 New Brunswick departure is canceled because of a mechanical issue. Okay. Let's go to Path. I think Nordic World Trade still had some delays. Nordic World Trade resuming normal service, Journal Square 33rd. That is delayed. So be mindful of that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to the incident page here, 812. We are going to go to the Weather Center here in 3 minutes. Another problem here, east of Kennedy, so inbound 495. Camera there. Kennedy, that's the inbound Lincoln. Now I was going to tune up things east of Kennedy. I don't think this camera works. No. Columbia 1. Yeah, that's just. If they were to turn the camera the other way, you'd see it. I don't even know if that camera even moves. That camera is in dire need of an upgrade. So it's just that, and refresh the numbers. So I think that's kind of why the Lincoln was getting closer to the hour mark. Look at this, 90 minutes for the upper, over an hour here at the lower, about 35 to 45 here at the Holland Tunnel. I probably go closer to 45 from the Skyway, probably closer to about 20 or so from the Bay Extension is going to save you a little bit of time. So now let's go back to the incident page. Style in New York. This will incorporate Long Island, the Hudson Valley, and Island on the city. Springbrook, another disabled vehicle. Got the disabled vehicle police out there today. It's amazing. Sometimes you have nothing and then you get 5 of them. So that's northbound, north of Jackson Avenue. Again, is there something in the road at Jackson Avenue? I don't know. It just seems like it's always every morning. Taconic crash with injuries. That's not good. Hopefully, everyone's okay there. Taconic southbound ramp to Bear Mountain State Parkway in Yorktown. Jackie Robinson east to Metropolitan Avenue. 1 lane is shut. We know the westbound side is closed with a debris spill and a misplaced tractor trailer. That's not good. Misplaced tractor trailer. The right lane shut here on the northern by 106, 107, 135 northbound at Old Country Road. There's a crash. The thruway north after the Deegan, a crash being populated there, and the rest is getting closer to Buffalo and Canada. So back here to the city. Again, Staten Island, lots of traffic across the island on the expressway belt in the Flatbush, both ways here out to Cropsey Avenue. Again, just our normal delays here on the inbound Gowanus to the BQE. BQE is heavy all the way from Queens Boulevard all the way down to the Brooklyn Bridge. About 15 here at the Battery Tunnel, about a half an hour or so at the Midtown, 10 at the Ed Koch. Both ways, the FDR is loading up now here at 8:15. Southbound West Side Highways heavy off the George. Normal delays here in the Bronx on the westbound Cross Bronx, southbound Bruckner. Connect the dots under the interchange to the northbound Deegan at Willis. And there's that northbound crash here getting into Yonkers just as you get up to the Mosholu, I think is where we're talking about with that earlier problem. Southbound Bronx River Parkway heavy here at the Bronx River at the Bronx Zoo. North on 95, that's the Bruckner up to the Hutch is busy. Bronx Neck Whitestone, kind of normal delays there. Cross Island is all tuned up, getting south of Bayside Marina. Clearview is heavy, getting right onto the westbound LIE, which is just wrecked here all the way through Casino, out to the fairgrounds. And then there's the closure of the westbound Jackie Robinson with that tractor trailer and debris spill. So the problem when you get a tractor trailer on a very narrow parkway, they're not supposed to be there, and that's tied up the Grand Central. Just to get here from the Clearview on the Grand Central, that could run you about half an hour, 45 minutes just to get out to the Jackie. You're not going to go anywhere. So it's also screwed up the Van Wyck both ways here. Just a mess out of the north up to Hillside Avenue. South, continue south instead of getting on the Jackie Robinson is a mess to Liberty Avenue. Both ways of the belt out by the airport is heavy. North on the Cross Island is busy. From the southern all the way up to the LIE. We'll take a look at Long Island now. This volume here through Lakeview and Roosevelt, Hempstead. Westbound is heavier than east here on the southern into the Meadowbrook. It looks like we have another problem here on the west on the southern just before the Wantagh. It goes back to 109. Here's that crash out by Old Country Road. Jacked up traffic on 135 back to Hempstead Turnpike. Eastbound on the northern is heavy because of the situation with the tractor trailer or the misplaced commercial vehicle west here at 106, 107. That's got things tied up back to 135. Eastbound, a lot of rubbernecking delays. LIE west here at the connector is busy, but then you're good through Searingtown, Lakeville roads. West here is heavy from 49 over to just west of 44. Busy. West LI is heavy here at Deer Park Avenue. Then again from 60 over to 55 Motor Parkway. We continue over to Sunrise Highways, heavy here at the merge, but getting better. Out to the east end, LIE, Sunrise Highway is good until you get through the Hampton, Shinnecock Hills, Tuckahoe Watermill is going to be a sluggish ride. Let's dial in the Connecticut issues now. There are any. Take a look at this. No incidents to report, just a lot of volume. Normal volume delays. So really not a whole lot here this morning. Sorry. There's your delays. And out of Trumbull, 50 to just about 40, 52 to 49. 95 south out of Bridgeport and Fairfield, slightly better, starting to ease up just a bit. Then we go from about 19 or so all the way down through about 5. South of the Merritt is heavy, 41 down to 30. I still think there may be something going on here. Just south into, this is 33. Got my exits mixed up here on the Merritt. It's 34, pardon me. 34. So I think something's going on just south of that towards exit 33 or so. Let's take a look at the Hutch heading northbound here, passing Weaver Street is busy both ways across county, getting out to the Hutch, out to the Bronx River Parkway is crowded. East on 287 is heavy right through White Plains and exit 6. Got backs up all the way onto the thruway back to interchange 14 in Rockland County. That's going to run you about 25 minutes or so. Rest of upper northern New Jersey is fine. Rockland, Orange County on the thruway, Route 6, 84 looks great. Beacon Bridge is fine. 84 is good. Fishkill, Lake Carmel, Brewster is clear. Southbound 684 is busy into Katona. There we go. Let's do this now. You know, what we haven't done is the MTA, subways, and buses. Let's see what we got. Unfortunately, they're just jacked up with delays. So we have the northbound A running with delays after we moved a train that had its brakes activated at 88th Street. C train here this morning, made a longer C train in Brooklyn, removed a train with door problems. And southbound BC are running with delays to remove the train with mechanical problems to service at 59th Street. Southbound NRWQ running at slower speeds in Manhattan when we moved an out of service work train to the storage facility at City Hall. Our trains rerouted. Again, that's part of this year out of service work train to the storage facility at City Hall. Rails now. Dial in Long Island Railroad. That is good. Some delays here in the Waterbury branch. 7 o'clock, Bridgeport to Waterbury is already 10 to 15 minutes late because of train availability. Planned substitute busing, bus replace trains between Ronkonkoma and Greenport on Thursday. That's today, 7 a.m., which is now 4:30. Westbound buses will leave 30 minutes earlier than normal train schedules. I don't understand why that. Why did they do that? 30 minutes earlier. Seems like they do that all the time. All right, so there's your train situation. Dial in New Jersey Transit one more time. We got a couple more delays now. 9:20 arrival in Hoboken, Morrison, Essex, 15 there. 8:18 New Brunswick departure is canceled because of a mechanical issue. Please take the train. Okay, so watch for that. What else do we want to do? Let's dial in the Hudsons again. Again, that's really one of the top stories here. About 90 minutes, about an hour and a half for the upper, about an hour for the lower, an hour plus now at the Lincoln because that crash that just got cleared on the inbound 495 at Kennedy, and then a half an hour, about 30 to 35 there at the Holland Tunnel. And we are going to now. It's still being cleared. Yeah, northbound north of the Bergen Toll Plaza, one left lane is shut there. So let's dial that in. Got out of Bergen. Look how heavy that is. North of it. Of course, the one camera you want to work doesn't work. So look for that, especially coming off of Route 80 as well at interchange 159. All right, so 8:23 is our time. I'm going to go back to Raine in the Weather Center for our last and final check of the weather here this morning, and then we'll kind of wrap up things. Again, we're going just another not even 10 minutes or so. I'll have to get set up for On New Jersey coming up at the top of the hour. All right, Raine, take it away. Good morning.
Good morning, Don. Looking at our headlines for this morning, warmer temperatures starting today compared to what we've been seeing the past couple days with chillier weather. But that doesn't mean that it won't get chilly at nighttime. It will still be in the 30s and 40s, so definitely do bring your jacket as you have been. For the rest of the week, beautiful fall weather and hardly a cloud or any rain in sight. So for our commute forecast, some frost this morning, so do be aware of that and take caution if the roads are a little bit icy, but hopefully nothing too severe. And then for the afternoon and evening, looking like clear skies and a great commute. For today's highs, 61 in New York, Piscataway, Trenton, Atlantic City, Millville, 60 in Milford and Islip, and slightly chillier up in Sussex at 57. For tonight's lows, it will get chilly again as it has been the past couple days at night, but there is a much bigger temperature difference. If we look all the way down at Wildwood in New Jersey, their low will be 49, and then all the way up in Sussex, it's going to be much chillier at 31 degrees. So in the south, not quite as chilly, but in general still a little bit chilly, I would say. So make sure you bring a jacket if you're going anywhere tonight and bundle up. And then looking at our future cast, there is a whole bunch of nothing going on in our future cast. The only time we see any sort of cloud cover come in is around Saturday morning, but even at that, it's really nothing severe at all. So if you're able to, definitely try and get outside for the remainder of this week and into the weekend, because it's looking like it's going to be some really beautiful fall weather. And for our 7-day forecast, sunny and in the low to mid 60s for Thursday and Friday. Moving into Saturday, gets slightly a bit warmer, our high in the 70s and sunny. And then moving into Sunday, we do unfortunately have a chance of rain, at about 50% chance of rain. Light rain at that, nothing severe or heavy. And then for Monday and Wednesday, we have almost the exact same conditions, partly cloudy with our high in the high 60s. And then Tuesday in the middle with some light rain, and our high temperature a little bit warmer than it has been at 73. Back to you, Don.
Thank you, Raine. Nice job as always, my friend. Great job there in the Weather Center. And we thank our friends over the Weather Watchers for all of the help here on the Tri-State Traffic Show here this morning, and especially the president of the Weather Watcher Club, Mr. John Rocco, sent me a really nice email explaining the situation there with, again, if you're familiar with the broadcast, Weather Watchers usually use what's called the chroma wall, green screen, blue screen, however you want to call it, where they do their reports from, but they're just some minor technical difficulties, some things have to be ironed out on the engineering side. So this is the look, the behind the scenes look, which I like. I think it looks fantastic. And I think a lot of you do as well. So just want to let you know, in case you were wondering why the weather reports looked a little bit different. So, but again, John and the group doing an amazing job there. They do such good work there at Rutgers. So definitely, again, check out their YouTube page. Please do so. Follow and like and subscribe and all that kind of fun stuff. All right, friends, we are getting ready to wrap it up here this morning. Let's do the shameless plug for us. Again, we're going for 200 subscribers and 200 episodes. We're already at 116 now, and going up 113 subscribers. So if you know anybody, Connor, if you're watching us, maybe you can ask some of your friends there at Middlesex College to go ahead and like and subscribe to the broadcast. So if you could, I think that would help us out a little bit. Just pass it along to anybody you know. And again, you can kind of see some of the views here. We're starting to pick up some more views on the replays, surprisingly. We're consistently into the 30s and 40s. So for a little channel like ours, I think that's pretty good. Just trying to see what. Trying to see where my videos were with the Cadillac and stuff. See what that was starting to bring in. I can't. That was the Chevy Blazer still 3,000, over 3,000 there. My walk around with the classic car show, about 70 views, and we're almost to the 1,000 mark on my Cadillac. Almost there. we're getting close, getting real close. But again, as you see, Views are 10, 15 apiece here in the early days. Wow. Back. Come a long way, friends, here in since May, right? May 9th. So 7 months. That initial episode, I think, probably got some of the most views here at 105. But really, the most, I think, was just a demo of the show way back in the day. But yeah. Doc Brown says red letter day. Is November, whatever it was, in Back to the Future, 1955. So yeah, wow. Definitely, like I said, we've definitely come a long way. We've added a bunch more sponsors and so forth. Many views of myself, bearded, no beard, Hawaiian shirt, and all kinds of craziness going on here. But it's my channel. I make the rules, so do what we want. But again, sometimes I think the thumbnail also helps the situation too. Out. And that's something I have to work on a little bit better, getting the thumbnail. But again, this whole YouTube thing is all kind of new to me. Anyway, so if you can, subscribe to the Tri-Cities Traffic Show, our 116th episode here on YouTube. Also, like the Facebook page if you can. So we appreciate everything that everybody does for us here on the channel. So again, thanks to Anna, Connor, and Alexandra once again for dialing us up here for your Thursday morning ride. It's a gorgeous day out there, as Raine said, so get out and enjoy a little bit slightly warmer. And I think it's going to continue that way into tomorrow as well, as you saw it there in the 7-day. But again, hopefully this weekend, Sunday. We're friends at the car club and the car show. We just can't seem to catch a break. I don't know how many people showed up on Monday with the rain, and then looks like Sunday, Monday again for the final shows here. So we'll see. So fingers crossed that we will be able to get the show in. Anyway, speaking of shows, head to On New Jersey now at the top of the 9 o'clock hour for fun-filled show here with Christina Bear, Cara DeFalco, meteorologist Mike Favetta in the Weather Center, and myself. We're going to be having some conversation there at 9 o'clock for the New Jersey Morning Show. Again, that's On New Jersey. That is on YouTube, also on Facebook as well. So join us there. Switch over. All right, friends, have a terrific Thursday. Drive safely, and we'll see you tomorrow.